million. Where you gonna get the money from? So then when people keep talking about spending or things that's going on in the community, they should ask themselves, what was your plan to increase revenue when you decided to approve all these things that you wanted to make it like y'all was doing great? Hey, let me give public works increase. Let me give fire increase. Let me give the police state retro. You gave everybody all this money and it added to the budget over $1 million. So if it's over $1 million, where do you get the extra money that you didn't account for each month? But no one's talking about that. This is me talking to people that understand business, that understand finance. Because at the end of the day, when you sit here and you add more, you better be able to produce more. And that goes back to when I state, why are you laying off code enforcement? People that bring revenue in our community. Because at the end of the day, what else you gonna do besides the police? Those are the two areas that write tickets. Then you have a water department. So if we're not sitting here really talking business and sitting here talking about, hey, we can produce this if we do this. We should change this. But no one's talking like that. People just pointing finger with no plan. That's why I don't follow them. They don't have.
You're talking to a mayor who had never had a plan, talking about people not having a plan. None of them have a plan. They're all just talking. I hope you can see that. And I don't know what happened with Burgundy at the end because I didn't see anything past what I think I saw. I do know that somebody from Jedediah's camp verbally attacked Burgundy during the meeting, and she had to have an incident report drawn up for it, but I don't know what you guys are talking about, so I would definitely be sure to keep watching.
I told you, it's politics, which is not, it's politics. It's all about what a person can make you believe that's going on in the community. Another issue that I have is all the negativity that they brought to our village. As you can see, y'all about all the naysayers, you about all of the people that come here from another state and they actually get to the podium and say they from another state. Make it make sense. But yet our residents can't get in to sit down because it is with all the people that's literally using us for clickbait to make money. Because for those that don't understand how it works, it's clickbait and they make money. Why do you think the news are so invested? They in the business of selling news. They have to sell news. So unfortunately, they are competing with YouTubers. They're competing with everybody, and people got to see it for what it is. And for those that don't want to listen, you don't have to. Because at the end of the day, my base don't come here because they're not with the mess. They listen and watch me on TV and see what I'm saying. And when I go to the door, they appreciate everything that I've accomplished here as the mayor. Because as many that been here, like I've been here, like I say, I grew here, they flew here. Everybody that been here, like I've been, you know where the village was and you know where it's at current. And you know for a fact that we didn't have everything on Sibley possible. From Ponderosa to Red Lobster to White Hen Pantry, everything was in our city is why a majority of us moved to this community. But to see it just constantly be attacked because people can't have their way, people can't tell you what to do, it's saddening. It really is. Because, again, I tell y'all, I got a 5-year-old daughter that's going to grow up in the same community that I grew up in. And I want her, just like I want your kids, to have things that they can run to and grow from and have memories. For instance, the rink. They can go to the rink and actually now they got a memory for life to say, hey, I went to the rink and I skated outside. They got that memory. I went down the street and I played basketball where it's 3 different courts, 3. One for the babies, one for the middle kids, and one for the adults. 3 different courts with adjustable rims. These are the things that we should be talking about, but we're not. So I say this to you because I be wanting the news to show another narrative, show another side. But unfortunately, they just with the negative side that keep the clicks going for their networks. And that's sad because some people watch the news because they believe in the news. I do not believe in the news. That's why I call them fake news, because they only report negativity. If somebody goes and does an interview with the news that's positive, they do not play it on the news. They only want to hear somebody saying something negative about a person. And that's sad, because when did we forget that we are all human? When did we forget that we live here? When the cameras go and the smoke clear, we have to still rebuild our community. I say this time and time again. You're going to always hear my mouth on it, whether you want to hear it or not, because we have to do better as a community, and we have to unify the community, not come here with mess. And sometimes people just got to open their ears and eyes and listen to what's going on in our town, because there's so much good that's going on. It get overshadowed by the negativity. And again, if anybody need help, light, gas, water, anything like that, because that's why people really mad. I am your supervisor for a township. You can come over there and get help with those things, and that's something the news should be advocating and showing y'all, but they do not.
I don't know when this phased into a mayor's report, but everything you guys said about the occupancy being 42, and that's why people aren't getting in the building, is completely correct. Also, you got Mary Avon at the door, keeping people out for the Dalton trustees. I don't know why Tiffany won't just say Dalton's been broke for about 50 years. And all this shit about parks and roller rinks is a facade. Right now, you're looking at a ghetto. Dalton is a ghetto, and Tiffany just wants to keep it like a happy ghetto. A happy ghetto.
Saying, Mayor, thank you for cutting and trimming the trees. Because if you did not do that, that tree would have been on my house during this storm. As you saw, many people had trees on their houses, on their cars, on their garages. And these are the problems that we are faced with. And all I'm telling you, resident, is just pay attention. Stop being with the mess. Because at the end of the day, you only have one person to answer to, and that's the Lord. Everybody else just around you for whatever reason. But when you have your time of need, these same people, these messy people, you would not see. You will not. And I mean that. If you ever get sick, you're not going to see them. If you ever need them, you're not going to see them. But guess who you always see? Tiffany and you. I'm always there for you no matter what. No matter what you say. I even help the people that talk mess about me.
She should say she was the Lord. She said you got one person to answer to, that's the Lord, and all these other people around you won't be there when you need them, but when you need somebody, I'll be there. Did she just call herself the Lord? I'm telling y'all, she want to be a plantation owner.
Because I am not made like that. We're supposed to love on each other. It will be people helping people. That's it. That's all. So I just want to point that out to you guys, and I want you to look at it for what it is and stop with the chaos. Because at the end of the day, life is short. Enjoy it. Embrace it. There's so many people that come to me, and I help them bury their loved ones because they didn't even know something was going to happen. And it just happened. Whether it's a car accident, whether it's they didn't wake up. And that's all I'm telling you, residents. You have to cherish life and not the mess and drama. Because when the smoke clear, and it will clear, what are you going to do? You can move out, but what are you going to do?
Move out.
You want more for your life, guys. And that's all I'm trying to make sure that you get from me, other than the drama. All right? Thank you so much for listening. Clerk, call the roll.
Okay. This is to approve.
Mayor, I had a little something on there I'd like to just touch on.
Go ahead.
With this layoff, that's kind of close to the heart when you talk about layoff, because now that affects a lot of individuals in their lifestyle. I just say I'm not with the layoffs because I don't feel it was done in a proper manner. It was just thrown out here, and we talking about laying off. I believe the department heads should have been speaking with their staff on how they can cut back on hours, look at their workload, match the work hours up with the workload. If we can get work done, just like Trustee Noah said, if we can just do a little bit more with a little less, we'll do that. But I like for the department heads at least talk with their staff and see where they at and see what their workload is.
Y'all be sure to hit that like button. Thank you. Help YouTube do some of the work.
We are decision makers. We have to make that decision, and it's tough. It's tough, but to see someone have to walk away after losing insurance, and people have children that they have to take care of. So with that being said, I'm not comfortable with the layoff. I feel we need.
Stan's not comfortable with the layoff. Thank you very much for the 555 Cash App, Amanda. I really appreciate that. You know I love my numbers. Thank you.
Okay. Trustee Belcher. Trustee Stan Brown.
No.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion approved.
All right. So, y'all ain't right for clapping for people losing their jobs. That's it. Y'all really need Jesus for real. Okay, next on the agenda is Mayor's report. Tomorrow's a big day. They do it all around the nation. It is National
Wait, I'm
Night.
confused because Tiffany Henry, how many people have you fired in the last 3 years since you became mayor? And you talking about they need Jesus? I don't understand. They you. Thank you. And y'all gonna see her fire Keith Freeman in a minute and have not no qualms about it. But I don't understand how you can say they need Jesus when y'all are all dirty. Y'all are all fucking dirty. Dirty as a Dallas whore, baby.
Out. Please come out. It starts at 6 p.m. I believe they got flyers. It will be at the rink. Again, if you want your kids to come and enjoy a good day in the village of Dawson, right here in your own backyard, we spend your own tax dollars. Please bring them out, and they will have a blast. People that come out there to that rink, when I say unbelievable, they light up, they love it, and I love the fact that I'm able to bring families together. Whereas families sit in the house, don't have nothing to do, they actually are out there with their kids. I got this grandpa, I made a video for him, and it's him with his grandbaby. He actually on stage is so cool. But what I loved about it is that it was just the unity, the bonding moment for them too. And then they gave like a little testimony of what they loved about it, how it really helped them grow together with their relationship. So that was just awesome. So we got that going on. And then we also have other people like the kids. They're learning how to skate. They do skate lessons out there. It's been really, really hot lately, so you ain't seen them out there. If you just go past that, it is free. People can just skate. When we have events, we do allow people to utilize the skates and be out there on the floor. Come out. Our police department will be out there on the scene. Do a meet and greet with them. Learn your police officers. Know who they are. And if you have any issues or problems, please let them know tomorrow. They will be out there. Remember, they are people like us. We take out the vest. They are just people like us. So sometimes people be so hard on them. But just come and learn who is roaming your city or rolling through your city. I'll say that. Also, if you need a book bag, our book bag giveaway for back to school is this Saturday. If you need a book bag, school supplies, uniforms, you name it, pretty much y'all know that your super mayor got it. So please show up. You must live within Thornton Township. That means any one of the 17 cities that are governed. You can come here and get your free school supplies, bouncy houses. We got a ton of festivities for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. I expect to see everyone. And then
I have to mention that all of these nigga trinkets are paid for by taxpayer dollars. So don't think she's doing anything for you. She's spending your money.
Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Alrighty. Okay. Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown. Stanley Brown went to the bathroom. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
We do have enough to join this meeting, or how do y'all want to do it? Tammy Brown. Okay.
All right.
Meeting adjourned at 9:25 p.m.
All right. So we're starting our
Wait a minute.
board meeting. The one
Now
that
I'm
was public.
confused. Truth, I thought you were a woman. Damn it. I'm sorry. That was my fault. No, that was my fault. That was my fault, Truska, because I thought you were. I'm just confused. I'm confused. My bad, Truska. That was my fault. Don't be mad at Hiram. That was my fault. Damn it. I fucked up. I waited till the end of the fucking meeting to fuck up. Hold on.
This was supposed to be voted on and turned into the state as of now. So these are the issues.
That was about the budget.
Y'all really need Jesus for real. Okay, next on the agenda is Mayor's report. Tomorrow's a big, big day. They do it all around.
Truska, please forgive me.
On Mayor Henry, so that you'll see a different side of the story than just a bunch of haters. Thank y'all for coming out this evening. We're going to start our next meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Alrighty. Okay. Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown. Stanley Brown went to the bathroom. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
We do have enough to join this meeting, or
Me too, Hiram. It's my fault.
Tammy Brown. Okay.
All right.
Meeting adjourned at 9:25 p.m.
All right, so we're starting our
Now, you
real
see-
board meeting.
You see Clerk Key that time she waited and let you spoke because you put that bitch in check. See, I'm going to tell you something. They don't like losing power and they don't like being openly corrected. So when you put her in check that one time, that was enough. You could have done that years ago. I promise you. You're welcome.
The one that was posted before the Board of Trustees posted the meeting that you just saw prior to. Once again, everybody want to run government. That's what I keep telling you. So we're going to go through a whole nother agenda. I would like to call to order the regular scheduled board meeting. The time is 9:26 now.
9:26.
And
That
today is
meeting
Monday, August.
to start at,
24th.
wait a minute.
Before I can start.
I'm going to tell you how crazy it is. That meeting was supposed to start at 6:30. The meeting they just had was supposed to start at 6:15, and it was supposed to be over by 6:30. I don't know how the fuck. But that's what was supposed to happen.
The other, thank you.
I didn't see anything on the news where he said that. The last I saw on the news, he said he wasn't fired.
Okay. Time is 9:26 p.m. Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes is absent. Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
We have a quorum.
All right, we're gonna skip all the beginning steps and we're gonna go straight to under mayor's report. I do have
Mayor,
one
I did
there.
have one announcement I wanted to make. If that's okay.
You have another announcement?
Yeah, just one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, because I have no clue how I missed this. We did discuss or mention recently that the board has started receiving financial information due to some of the special investigation, former Mayor Lightfoot. We are pleased to announce that this Thursday, August 8th at 6:30, Dalton Park District, she will be giving her presentation of initial findings. So please all come out to get that. So many of the issues brought up today were kind of some of the snippets of what we got, and a lot of greater detail will be provided. So that's my announcement. Thank you.
Okay.
Saturday, it is August the 10th, Tea with the Trustees, 9:30 a.m., 14700 Evers. We're asking everyone to come out to Tea with the Trustees this coming Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Thank you.
All right. On mayor's report, we have an item for closed session, and that was for termination of Keith Freeman. For the record, just so we crystal clear and no one don't misinterpret what I'm saying, Keith Freeman is fired from the village of Dalton. He no longer will work here in the village of Dalton. So I'm letting y'all know that. So when tomorrow comes, no one can be like, he's still working. No, he does not. So I'm just making it crystal clear for what it is that is about to happen once we get through this agenda. But before we get to that item, I have 3 department heads up here that just need to give their report so you can understand what they do here in the village of Dalton. I don't understand how they missed that, but to show you they got their own agenda, and they should have made sure you understood what each person up here does as it relates to your tax dollars, because you pay them to manage and to govern the city and tell you, hey, we did this today, this how much money we bought in, but no one wanted to know. So we'll start with, you want to start first? Okay, we'll start with police department. Chief Lacey.
All right, so the police department, thank you, Madam Mayor, responded to 2,570 calls of service. Outside of that, they wrote 717 parking citations, 138 state tickets, red light tickets for 467. We had 7 felony arrests and misdemeanors of 38. I am pleased to say, with the staff that I am working with, the Dalton Police Department is outstanding. However, but I am pleased to say that the numbers since our last meeting have went down as far as major crimes. Our homicides are down, our forcible felonies are down, our burglaries, our motor thefts, all of that are down due to the fact of the officers that are out there on the street doing their job and working with less than the manpower that we should have. Right now, we're in the process of putting some more units out there, which I will probably bring that to the next board meeting. But at this point, I want to thank the Dalton Police Department, those officers that get out there and risk their life every day for people who they don't know. And if anybody knows, police officers are great. We do a thankless job, but that's okay.
Not
Because
thankless
they get
when
out
you
there
get
and put that
paid.
badge on in the morning, not knowing whether they're going to come home the next day or in that morning, or if they work a double shift. But my point being is that regardless as to what was brought up tonight, we have an outstanding, and I do mean outstanding, police department. And for anybody to question that or to even try to lay off any officers, then that's a shame. Now, you don't have to believe me. You can FOIA like everything else. But the bottom line to the whole thing, for those who are police officers, who have been police officers, they know what we go through. So I just want to thank the Dalton police officers for doing the job that they do. Madam Mayor, I could say a lot more, but right now our K9 unit is doing well. We have a trucking unit out there now, traffic enforcement. All these units are units that were put in place, and we have a drone unit. And all these units were put in place to service the citizens of Dalton. So at this time, I want to say thank you, Madam Mayor, and I'm just going to go ahead and end my report from there.
Y'all make some noise for the police department. Good job, y'all. We appreciate all y'all. Thank you.
Of course, I got questions because I don't understand how a job is thankless if you get paid twice a month. Isn't that the thank you? Okay. Now, he said there were only 467 red light tickets. I'm trying to figure out what happened because in so many months prior, there were over 5,000 red light tickets. So I want to know, what was it that happened that improved that number, or for the police department to actually reduce the number? I mean, you're talking about, I think a red light ticket in Dalton costs about $500. I know, that's a lot of asset forfeiture money. And now it just got dropped, but you want to go ahead and pay to upfit the police department. Yeah, there was a ridiculous trend. I'm talking about January, February, March, April, May, and June, and July. Over 5,000 red light tickets. We've talked about it on this channel many times. Now, I stopped trying to defend the people of Dalton after I started watching some videos and seeing the people in Dalton do just be running red lights. They just be running red lights. But I'm trying to figure out what happened that made it go from 5,000 on a consistent monthly basis to all of a sudden just 467. Interesting. Yeah, they have a red light camera. Yep. Shout out to Burgundy Blue Commentary. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Apparently, you did something that I need to see about. So I guess I'll keep watching because I didn't see nothing at the end.
I want to say thank you, Madam Mayor, and I'm just going to go ahead and end my report from there.
Y'all make some noise for the police department. Good job, y'all. We appreciate all y'all.
Are they supposed to have
Thank you.
citizens address?
All right, next we have Public Works. Stacy.
Thank you, Mayor Henry. Good evening, residents. The productivity report for July 2024. Public Works completed 6 B-box repairs, 3 water mains were repaired, 1 emergency shutoff, 6 sewers cleaned, 20 locations for potholes were filled, 2 vacant properties were cleaned, 36 vacant cuts, 36 vacant properties were cut, and within 3 days of our July 15th storm, we had the neighborhood about 90% cleaned up from our storm. We were hit by a microburst. It seems like we get hit by all the natural disasters. But I'd like to give a special warm shout out to the public.
Stacey, I'm gonna answer that question for you. See, Stacey, if you weren't forced to be a Christian and you were allowed to choose your own spirituality, then you would understand the earth. And you'd understand that there are some places on the planet that are actually God-forsaken. And when you have that much corruption in the soil, all the natural disasters are coming to you. Look at China.
Public Works Department, men and women who came out during the storm and helped clear debris from the streets and off of houses. We worked day in and day out for that storm. I think it was right after a flood a few weeks before that. So any additional staffing or labor that we have in the Public Works Department is needed. I understand financial things, but I'm not into that. I'm into services. And it takes bodies to keep this neighborhood clean. There's 5 zones within this neighborhood. So it's like 5 different communities within one. And for 25 on hand, maybe 30 at any given time to keep up, it can be a struggle, because the same person that fixes the water main is the same person that fixes the light, the same person that cuts the tree, the same person that cleans the sewer. These are all the same people. So this is not a very large department, but it's a...
Wait a minute. How could that be the same people when there's so many bills going to existing concrete and Raul's and John's Pro tree cutting services and public works? How can it be the same person doing everything when there's so many bills, Stacy? Stop lying. Low down. Is that his rap name?
That's a very large village, and it takes a lot to service it. I do wish in the near future we can increase the number. Instead of going down, I would prefer it to go up as we were building when we first came in.
What happened,
I believe
Burgundy?
there was like 12 employees or 13 when we first came in, and it just was not enough to service this community. The employees are being worked time and a half or over. We go from...
I literally heard Kiana say to Brooke to go to I can't even say that girl's name. I literally heard Kiana say to Brittany, "You going outside? She, cause I need a cigarette." Girl, come on.
Water main breaks to natural disasters to back to water main breaks and then another natural disaster, and it just never stops. And these are the same people who come out to do this, and these people are away from their families. I'm away from mine as well, but we do what we have to do to serve this community. One thing I can say with this administration, the service that has been brought to this community hasn't been seen in years. The lots that are being cleaned, the vacant houses that are being tended to, the grass that's being cut. We strive every day to outdo our predecessors, of course, but it's a constant battle, and I want you to know that we are here to work for the people. We take pride in what we do. A lot of people don't really understand what public works is up against, but it's like having a giant house and you're responsible for the house. So when you're serving 25 to 30,000 residents at any given time, someone's not going to be happy, but for the most part, we have turned a lot of around.
Okay, Stacy, we're not going to do that. We do know that y'all just be telling lies. Y'all don't even give a damn. He said when you serving 25 to 30,000 residents, there's not more than 20,000 people in Dalton. Oh my God, Stacy. You can't
It's a smiley faces with the service that we are providing, and it hasn't been seen anywhere else. I'm the youngest superintendent in the Southland, so I make sure I stand on that because I have a legacy to leave here. Whenever that time may come, you're going to remember me and this public works department, because before I came here, some services weren't even happening. People will call, they say they don't get through now or no emails. It's 3 phones, 3 clerks. We comb it as best as we can. We call people back. We do a lot of follow-ups, but we are working hard. I worked here previously. I'm not just a person who just came out of nowhere. I worked with the previous administration under the last superintendent and the last mayor, and I can guarantee you the services have increased and improved on all levels. Despite what naysayers may say on the internet or some people in person, they're not here every day to see what we are going through. They're not here every day to make sure that services continue. Most people are asleep. They have no idea.
Listen, I think I'm bundled up with the naysayers on the internet. Naysayers is a Christian word that means people that ask critical questions, just so you know. Naysayers is a religious abuse trigger to say people who don't believe what you say and call you a liar and prove it. Now, okay, Douglas, I guess you one of those naysayers too. Now, my thing is, I've been saying Roger Riley wasn't shit too. So, of course, I'm not surprised to find out there were services that weren't even happening when Tiffany Henry became the mayor. Because they all dirty. They all dirty.
We're here 2, 3, 4 in the morning just to make sure you have the services you deserve when you wake up.
You get paid, nigga.
It's a constant battle to keep going. Things break. Sometimes vendors get paid, sometimes they don't.
Hey,
we still go for what we know. So please, if you can, keep the public works in your prayers. Call us. I know some residents call, bring cards over, stuff like
why
that.
he act like them niggas out there just heave-hoeing for free?
It's going to be hard for somebody to live up to this legacy that has been set. And Mayor, that concludes my report.
Ain't gonna be that hard, baby.
Much, and thank you for
Right, public servant with a
I
legacy.
appreciate
Go off.
you. Next we have Juanita, Water Department.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. I had a report, but I need to go back and detail it, so it will be available at the next board meeting. I had put all the departments together as far as the revenue that came in, so I will have it available on Mayor and Board at the next meeting.
All right. Next we have Will, Housing.
Good afternoon, good evening, Mayor, trustees, and to our board that works so tirelessly.
Y'all about to
I
hear
would like
way
to
more
give my
trash out.
report for both departments, housing, as well as for building and permits. And I'll give you that at a high level. I'll start with a housing report for the month of July. We had a grand total of $45,505.50. We had 28 as is sale inspections at $6,480. 21 escrow checks deposited at $15,500. 20 housing tickets that total $8,975. One vacant property registration from HERA, that was $7,350. And for our permits and building department, we had a grand total for the month of July of $52,512.63. We had 68 building permits at $38,634.07. 26 contractors licensed at $9,922.56. 12 plumbing permits at $2,756. For a combined total of those departments is $98,018.13. Mayor, if I could, I just want to just share, my name was on that list, and I can say as department heads, and you can celebrate that, because my God shall supply all of my needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. And I know that there's a lot of people here that go to church but have not gone to God. Let me admonish you. Let me admonish this board. Okay, these leaders that's in leadership positions but are not true leaders at heart. Okay? And so I admonish you that you're going to be snared by the words of your mouth, because the Bible tells me to touch not my anointed and do his prophets no harm. Well, we'll leave that to God. Leave that to God. And I admonish you, for those who do have a Bible, go ahead and read Esther, the 3rd chapter, and see how they try to set up Mordecai, and Haman had to be held by those same gallows. Okay? And so to our residents, and I can just say to my residents, Mayor, under your leadership, when I actually worked in the water department, previous administrations did not have policies and procedures. They did not have the policies and procedures for each and every department that I worked in, including housing. Now, I just want to make it clear. That while you're making decisions, not one trustee came to my departments, either department, and asked me, what do I need? They never asked me, well, how much do you make? What do you need to make this department run? Do you know that we don't even have enough ink to print out permits? That we have to go to other departments. Please. I think it's important that you hear this. I think it's important. Not one trustee came and said, do you have enough employees? We're running it on a skeleton crew. And I can say to my team, we run that department with customer service. When you come here, our residents that come here for business are satisfied with those services. Okay? So I'm not concerned about money, because when you're a true leader, you're concerned about legacy and destiny. There's more to life than money. It's about impacting and changing people's lives. So under your leadership, we have changed these departments. Okay? There were job descriptions written for directors, managers, supervisors, and all of the clerks in both departments. It wasn't here under the previous administration, but under her leadership. Okay? Right, that gives you vision. Let's hold on a minute, ma'am. I'm talking to the residents, man. I'm talking to the residents, ma'am. Quiet, please. I'm talking to the residents whose lives we are impacting for the positive. See, there's two things a leader's going to do. They're going to either infect someone's life or affect someone's life for something positive. We talked about money. that we did not have. Jason House sat here for 8 years. These other trustees sat here for 2 years, sometimes 3. I did not hear one trustee come up with an ordinance or any programs to bring in revenue.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're talking about my department. Okay, at what point will we, as a people who say we're people of God, will come together and come with vision? We hear a lot of excuses, but no adjustments. Tell the people how many ordinances you've written as a trustee, Jason, since you've been sitting there. I can ask Brittany.
Tell him how many trips he done went off with a credit card.
Okay.
All right, calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
Okay.
If you read your collective bargaining agreement, you know that's in the mayor's collective bargaining agreement. If you read your collective bargaining agreement.
You are a part.
Okay.
Let them tell it. You're a part.
Trustee, you are out of order. We have the floor. If it's speak. I give you an opportunity to say your piece. I think it's fair. And it's unfortunate. A lot of us are old, but we're not mature.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we have this age, but we don't have maturity.
Quiet.
So I just want to make it clear, absolutely clear.
Ma'am.
If I did not get another dime from, but we don't have maturity.
The lady sitting here in this greenish colored shirt, her name is Juanita Darden. She is a political carpetbagger. She goes from village to village, township to township, stealing, apparently. She owes another village some money for stealing, apparently. And right now, I think she's the head of the water department. I forget. I got to double check on that. Damn it. I did it again. He's standing up yet. Let me get to where William Moore is standing up. There he is. We might repeat some of that dumb shit he just said.
$300.50. And for do you know that we don't even have enough ink to print out permits? That we have to go to other departments. Please. I think it's important that you hear this. I think it's important. Not one trustee came and said, do you have enough employees? We're running it on a skeleton crew. And I can say to my team, we run that department with customer service. When you come here, our residents that come here for business are satisfied with those services. Okay? So I'm not concerned about money, because when you're a true leader, you're concerned about legacy and destiny. There's more to life than money. It's about impacting and changing people's lives. So under your leadership, we have changed these departments. Okay? There were job descriptions written for directors, managers, supervisors, and all of the clerks in both departments. It wasn't here under the police administration, but under her leadership. Okay? Right. That gives you vision. Just hold on a minute, ma'am. Just hold on a minute, ma'am. I'm talking to the residents, ma'am. I'm talking to the residents, ma'am. Quiet, please. I'm talking to the residents whose lives we are impacting for the positive. See, there's two things a leader's going to do. They're going to either infect someone's life or infect someone's life for something positive. We talked about money that we did not have. Jason House sat here for 8 years. These other trustees sat here for 2 years, sometimes 3. I did not hear one trustee come up with an ordinance or any programs to bring in revenue.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're talking about my department. Okay, at what point will we, as a people who say we're people of God, will come together and come with vision? We hear a lot of excuses, but no adjustments. Tell the people how many ordinances you've written as a trustee, Jason, since you've been sitting there.
I agree. Jason House has done nothing to move the village forward. But also, William Moore, you've got people waiting on their escrow money to be returned to them who can't get their escrow money back. So, like, I heard you talk about how much money was collected. I heard about $20,000 in escrow funds collected in the last month. But how come these people can't get their escrow refund? So you can't buy printer ink, but you sitting on people's escrow funds. Something ain't making sense to me.
It as Brittany.
Tell him how many trips he done went on with a credit card.
Okay.
All right, calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
Okay.
If you read your collective bargaining agreement, you know that's in the mayor's collective bargaining agreement. If you read your collective bargaining agreement.
You are a part-time.
Okay.
Let them tell it you're a part-time.
Okay, trustee, you are out of order. We have the floor. It's his speech.
Well, I gave you an opportunity to say your piece. I think it's fair. And it's unfortunate. A lot of us are old, but we're not mature.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we have this age, but we don't have maturity.
Quiet.
So I just want to make it clear, absolutely clear.
Ma'am.
If I did not get another dime from this village because I believe in the vision of this leader, I would come here and volunteer.
No.
Yep.
I would come here and volunteer. Because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay, part-time hecklers, let me tell you why. Part-time hecklers, let me tell you why. Officers,
Please stop.
let me tell you why. Because there are residents that call that phone every single day. Okay, I'm here 7:30 in the morning to whatever time it is it takes to get the job done. That's what a true leader does. That's what a true leader does. So because of the residents that deserve this type of service, I will be here. Because it's more than likely.
Doesn't he technically lose his access if he's been laid off? Doesn't he have to like turn in his key fob? Don't they turn off his email or at least suspend the shit? They cut his passwords off and shit like that. Just wondering. Yeah, that's what I would think. I wouldn't think that he'd be laid off and able to access the systems. Because he's been not allowing certain companies to get business permits because the mayor says no. Honestly, William Moore, they might be saving your ass. Because your name might be connected to so much federal bullshit that they might be saving your ass by laying you off. You might not know that. A blue light, ew.
It's just money. It's more than likely just money. It's changing people's lives. And that's what we're doing. And so I'll say this. The money that you say that we don't have, how is it that you paid a attorney this money that you say we don't have?
There you go.
Because they vote on it. So where do you get the money from?
Like everybody else, like you waiting on that.
Okay.
Trustee, you so out of order. You do stuff for clickbait. Stop. He has the floor.
This don't make no sense that you sit here letting him do that.
Did y'all
You sit here letting him do that.
Let me
This is why I don't want to trustee. It don't make no sense that you're talking. He has the floor. Y'all have the floor. Y'all say whatever y'all wanted. He has the floor. Go ahead.
I want to hear what you said, though.
This money that you say we don't have.
There you go.
Because they vote on it. So where do you get the money from?
Like everybody else, like you waiting on that.
Okay.
Trustee, you so out of order. You do stuff for clickbait. Stop. He has the floor.
This don't make no sense that you sit here letting him do that.
Did y'all
You sit here letting him do that.
Let me do it.
This is why I don't want to trustee. It don't make no sense that you're talking. He has the floor.
Y'all had the floor. Y'all said whatever y'all wanted. He has the floor. Go ahead.
Let me finish with this.
This don't make
I forgive you because you know not what you do. But let me tell you.
He has the floor. Go ahead.
Let me finish with this.
this don't make
I forgive you because you know not what you do. But let me tell you, and I admonish you, that God shall not be mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And we'll let it stay with that. So I will be here tomorrow to continue to service these people because there's nobody here that can stop me from doing that service. So thank
First of all, William Moore is crying right now. It's official. Second of all, no, I don't think Tangenique Moore still works there. Otherwise, they would not have been able to talk to the CPAs because the CPAs are under the finance director's orders. And if the finance director isn't there, then the attorneys can, the trustees can talk directly to the CPAs. Second of all, yeah, this was a bunch of religious harassment. It was completely illegal, but technically William Moore is not an elected official, so he's not held to the same standard. Third of all, this nigga must have a lot of shit he got to cover up.
Thank you. God bless you. Continue. God has placed you there. And if God be for you, he's more than the whole world against us. So thank you. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Will. Thank
Madam
you.
Mayor,
That's good. Thank you,
Madam-
Will. That's good.
Madam Mayor,
Thank you.
I apologize. May I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, I need everybody to calm down first.
He's not even a
What
chief.
I'm about to say is, with a heavy heart, okay, one more, you're gonna get escorted out, okay?
But
All
he's
right.
not even on duty anymore.
However, with a heavy heart, I want to announce that one of my commanders lost his wife, Commander Price. So I want you to keep him in your prayers, because
Wait a
regardless
minute.
as to what,
I feel like that's kind of mean to allow people to sit there and get angry because they're being treated poorly, and now you want their sympathy from the same exact panel. Because Lacey had an opportunity to give his comment on this during his report, and he didn't. And I think this is really crazy that he did this right now.
this may be going on. Everybody still has a life.
It's manipulation.
So when you do what you do for whatever reason you do it. Just keep in mind there are people out there that are hurting for real reasons. So if you can keep them in your prayers, I appreciate it.
Lacey, fuck you. For you to use that man's pain and his loss of his wife to manipulate these people, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. That you would even step foot into that realm of manipulation where you would name drop this man and his real life situation to tell people that they shouldn't care or that they shouldn't feel the way they feel about what's happening in front of them right now. Fuck you, Lacey. I hope your pennies get stuck next time.
For tomorrow, you have the National Night Out. Please come out. Please come out and support the community because we will be out there.
It was not time for you to give these announcements.
Okay, you done? Thank you so
You
much.
done?
Next on the agenda, we're going straight to Keith Freeman. So, Board of Trustees, what do you want to do?
Now, you heard Brittany Norwood say earlier, you go and do shit and then you come to us about it after you did it. Is that not exactly what we see happening right here? She done already said the man was fired. So why is she asking the trustees what they want to do? But let's just watch the charade. Because this is some bullshit.
Terminated. So what? Why are we?
Oh, wait. Hold on. Because y'all always say, that I don't come to y'all. Hold on. We're going to play a little silly game right now. So I put it on the agenda because he got terminated already. But everybody inserted themselves in the business of the mayor, right? So everybody inserted themselves. They sent letters out. They let him do all this little finicky stuff, send emails out to the staff, all kinds of stuff. He knows this. They all know that because they wrote their names on it. So they kept saying, you got to bring it to the board. You got to put it on the agenda. So what I do, it's on the agenda. So that's why I asked that. So why would you ask that redundant question of talking about why I'm asking y'all? You guys asked me to put it on the agenda. It is on the agenda because we wanted your input, your opinion, right? So it's